Hi everybody, Yosh Rau here from Field 1 Paintball, and right now we're going to show you how to adjust the trigger in your Field 1 force. As always, make sure that your Field 1 force is empty of paintballs and you have completely degassed the marker before you work on it. The Field 1 force comes equipped with the magnetic KO trigger system. This trigger system offers 3 adjustments: the trigger tension, which is done with a magnet, the activation point, and the trigger pull length, or trigger pull travel. In order to adjust each one of these adjustments, all you need is a 1/16 Allen wrench, and you can adjust all 3 adjustments from the face of the trigger here. You also can uninstall the trigger simply by removing this one mounting screw here with a 5/64 Allen wrench. Alright, in the top hole of the trigger face here, we're going to adjust our magnet tension, which will adjust the tension on the trigger pull itself. So we're going to turn it clockwise to increase tension, or counterclockwise to decrease tension on the trigger. Okay, next we're going to adjust the activation point of your trigger, and we're going to do that by using our 1/16 Allen wrench in the center hole of the trigger face. To make the activation point earlier in the trigger pull, we're going to turn the screw clockwise, and to make the activation point later in the trigger pull, we're going to turn the activation point screw counterclockwise. If you get this screw adjustment too far out, either too far out or too far in, you may end up either not activating your trigger or locking the trigger up. So if you feel like you aren't getting any movement in your trigger, then simply try adjusting this center adjustment for your trigger activation. All right, lastly, we're going to adjust the trigger pull length, or your trigger pull travel. We're going to use our same 1/16 Allen wrench in the bottom hole of the trigger face. And in order to make the trigger pull shorter, we're going to turn this clockwise. In order to make the trigger pull longer, we're going to turn this counterclockwise. Now we're going to remove the trigger from the force so that you can see exactly how each adjustment screw works. And also, this is a good way to clean your trigger in case you get shot there or you get paint or dirt there. So once we've removed the mounting screw, you can see that there are 3 adjustment screws here with a magnet that correspond to your adjustment screw holes on the face of the trigger. Okay, so we're adjusting the trigger tension by turning this magnet. And as this magnet moves in this direction, it's getting closer, which increases the resistance with the magnet that's mounted inside the gun. This adjustment is your trigger activation point. As we turn this clockwise, we're moving the activation screw closer to the micro switch, which will engage the micro switch earlier in the trigger pull. By backing this out, we're going to be engaging the micro switch later in the trigger pull. The last adjustment here is going to be your length of pull, or your trigger pull length. So this simply moves that adjustment screw closer towards the grip frame, and when your trigger moves, it's going to contact the grip frame and stop trigger movement earlier. If you want a longer trigger pull, you'll simply back this out, which will make that trigger adjustment screw contact the grip frame later. Thanks for watching our video. If you need more information, visit field1paintball.com.